Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. So I have come up with some more interview related questions which was asked by interviewers during my AWS jobs interview. And these are combination of Docker and Terraform related questions which I am posting it now. You can answer it by yourself by looking at the questions, and then if you are not able to answer, I'll create an answer video also in next video. You'll probably get the answers as well. Let's get into the questions. This is the first question which interviewer asked me. How can you make some changes in running container? Like there is a container running and I want to make some changes in container and I want to create an image out of that container. How do I do it? This is one of the questions which interviewer has asked me. So these are all questions our interviewers have asked me during my AWS jobs interview. Think about it and try to answer it. Yeah. So now next question would be, I want to keep Docker file static, but want to make some changes to the application. You should not make any changes in Docker file. How do I make it? Like there is a Docker file, and out of that Docker file, an image is created, an application is running. I want to update some changes or install any package using like not using Docker file, but I would like to install it. I don't want to make any changes in Docker file. That's what I want to keep it static. I don't want to touch Docker file, but I want to install application. How do I do it? And I want to build that application. How do I do it? Let's think about it and let's try to answer it. I'll provide the answer in the next video, but you think about it. Yeah. And next question would be, how to mount a container while running the file existing in the local. The file is existing locally. So how do I mount a container with a file which is there in locally? Like locally I have in laptop, but I want to mount the container while running. How do I mount it? You can mount it. You can think about it. You can use ChatGPT, or you can think about it and you can try to gather the answer. I'll provide the answer soon. But this is the question which interviewer has asked me. So how do I do it? How do I go about doing it? Think about it and and try to answer it. I'll provide the answer in the next video, but try to answer it by yourself for now. And the next question is, why do we write multi-stage Docker file? Like why do we write multi-stage Docker file and why do we need it? What's the reason for writing multi-stage Docker file? Yeah, this is the question which interviewer has asked me and asked me to write an example of writing multi-stage Docker file during the interview live. Yeah, so I was able to answer it. I would also like you to think about it and try to answer it by yourself before I provide the answer. Yeah, these one of the Docker questions are completed now. Now we have Terraform questions. He has asked me to write Terraform file wherein you create 10 nodes and gather the public IP in a file locally. So how do I go about doing it? Let's try to create 10 nodes using Terraform in AWS, and public IP I should get public IP in a file locally. I want to save it locally, public IP. So how do I go about doing it? Think about it and try to answer it. Is it possible? I think it is possible. He has asked me to write code during the interview, so I was able to write it. It is possible. So you can think about it and try to answer it. TF state file got corrupted. How do I recover it? The TF state file got corrupted. Like if it is locally or S3 bucket, it got corrupted. How do I recover the TF state file? This is one of the questions which have been asked during the interview repeatedly. If the question is related to Terraform. So it's one of the prominent questions I think, because interviews, especially they ask this kind of questions. I would like you to answer it and try to think about it and try to give the answer and try to think about it. And I'll create the answer video also in next video. Yeah. So if you're liking the videos and if you think you should subscribe to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I'll make many such videos like this. Yeah. So that's all. Thank you.